Audio Jungle.
The Assistant Inspector General of Police, head of Zone 7, FCT Abuja, who is the AIG election in Ondo State Command, the Commissioner of Police of Ondo State, other Commissioner of Police here, and other heads of security agencies here present, gentlemen of the press, good evening. This briefing is to update you on our readiness as Nigeria Police Force and other sister agencies for the governorship election slated for Saturday, 16 November 2024. The Nigerian Police Force is set for the election with adequate preparations and measures. In line with our operational order for the election, the effective deployment of our personnel across the 3 central districts, 18 local government areas, 203 wards, and 3,933 polling units has commenced. Conventional police officers and tactical elements of the force, comprising the police mobile force, special protection unit, counter-terrorism unit, explosive ordnance unit, and the special intervention squad, are already on ground. These units will be supported by the operatives from the Force Criminal and Investigation Department, Technical Intelligence Units, and Intelligence Response Units. 4 police officers and additional personnel from Nigerian Customs Service, Nigerian Corrections Service, Nigerian Immigration Service, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Federal Road Safety Corps, and National Drug Law Enforcement Agency will be on duty at all the polling units and voting points in the state. A comprehensive threat analysis of the 8 area commands and 54 regional headquarters of the state was undertaken to identify flashpoints and the attendant risk proposed or posed by individuals and groups before, during, and after the election. Given the importance of this gubernatorial election, the force is successfully committed to achieving the following: A, provide level playing field or ground for all contesting candidates, irrespective of party affiliations or status. Ensure that all electoral campaigns and rallies are peacefully held and in accordance with the laid down laws and regulations. Ensuring secured environment for successful and peaceful conduct of elections throughout the state. Provision of adequate security for election officials and materials from all takeoff points to their respective destinations and vice versa. Maintenance of law and order at all polling units and all collation centers. Identify and appropriately curtail the activities of groups, especially militia groups, which have the potential to be used for violence during the election and after the election. Ensure that all participants and all citizens comply with the provisions of the Electoral Act of 2020 as amended and other statute laws of federation. Render all necessary assistance to INEC officials to facilitate the discharge of their responsibilities. Provide adequate contingency plans to contain any crisis that may directly or indirectly arise before, during, and after the conduct of the election. Collaborate with all stakeholders and other security agencies to ensure a peaceful conduct of the election. You agree with me? That's the reason why we've just had a meeting, with all the heads of security agencies here before this media briefing commenced. Now, our role is classifying both pre-election and post-election. We have just concluded the pre-election. During the election, we are going to provide adequate security for electoral materials at storage centers during transportation, distribution, and security of and escort of INEC officials. We are going to ensure each polling unit is provided with at least 5 police officers and other security personnel attached to those polling units. We provide adequate security at ward, local government areas, and state collation centers. We deploy adequate vehicular patrol to secure all the wards, local government areas and state levels by enforcing restriction of movements and ward off any anticipated disruptions by hoodlums. All the nooks and crannies of the state will be patrolled to restrict movements and checkmate possible cause of mayhem. Adequate security will be provided for all electoral officers, local and international observers, and voters to avoid any breakdown of law and order. We are going to provide standby units to serve as rapid response teams that will respond promptly and swiftly to any emerging threats. And now, in a post-election, we are going to be closely monitoring all collections of results at all levels where necessary, and probably attend to any plan to tamper with results or any fraud affecting it. All duly signed copies of election results from the INEC officials will be collected. We are going to ensure that surveillance and intelligence gathering will be in place proactively to forestall any breach of the peace in response to announcement of the results. Contingency arrangements is already made to contain any breach of the peace and may follow reactions to the announcement and declaration of results and winners. All our police formations, police stations, and barracks, including other sister agencies, will be protected from possible attacks or negative reactions that may follow the release of any election results. Security will be provided for members of the public at venues of the election tribunals if the need arises. Evidence will be given at election tribunals if necessary. All electoral offenders will be arrested or that have been arrested will be prosecuted accordingly. Strategic plan in general management of post-election crisis has already been put in place in case there is any fallout from the election results. The following shall constitute offences on election day. There is a need for us to re-emphasize this for all members of the public so that it can be properly guided during the conduct of the election. As stipulated in the section 129 of the Electoral Act, canvassing for votes during the election period is an offence. It's an electoral offence. Soliciting for votes of any voter, persuading any voter not to vote for any particular candidate, shouting slogans concerning a political party, being in possession of any offensive weapon or wearing any dress, or having any facial or other decorations which in any event is calculated to intimidate voters, exhibiting, wearing, or tendering any notice, symbol, photograph of party or party card referring to the election is an offence. Using any vehicle bearing the color or symbol of a political party by any other means whatsoever constitutes a very serious electoral offence during the election period. Loitering without lawful excuse after voting or being refused to vote. Snatching or destroying any election materials. Blaring siren. Convening, holding, or attending any public meetings during the hours of the poll. Operating any megaphone or any public address system or apparatus, except for making official announcements, or wearing or carrying any badge, poster, banner, or symbol related to any political party during the election period, constitutes a very serious electoral offence. I want to sincerely appreciate your coming, and I wish all of you well. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, gentlemen of the press. I don't know if you have one or two questions for the VIP or so.
Somebody is raising his up. Yeah.
I want to ask.
Your name?
My name is Lunge Olabisi from Blueprint Newspaper.
Lunge
Olabisi,
Olabisi.
Blueprint Newspaper. Now you were trying to make mention of carrying some object during the election. I want to ask whether is it right for the voters to carry their set when they are about to vote?
To carry their votes?
Set.
For what purpose? If I may ask.
And it's just a question.
And
That is allowed.
That's what I'm asking. As if for what purpose? I don't think there's any need for that. For you to just go and cast a vote, why will you have to carry? Answer to the polling unit? What is going to be the use
So the use
for
of
you?
access is not allowed.
It's not. We're not going to allow that
Any other question, please?
because that can cause problems. It can cause problems. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That can be used to cause problems. You know, because before you know it, some people can be mischievous and start video recording. What's happening there. Are you getting my point? I'm addressing you because you are the one that asked me the question. Okay, thank you. We don't want anything that will disrupt the electoral process. You know, just go and cast your vote and go back to your house. Except somebody who is a mischief maker that will want to go and start carrying telephone and mobile phone and start carrying them around. I'm not saying that somebody does not have the right to carry his mobile phone, but then for the purpose during that conduct period of election, I think we should restrict ourselves to certain ethics. There is no need. What are you going to use? Are you going to use the phone to cast your vote? No. So you can still carry your phone and put it in your pocket, but by the time you start bringing that out, I mean, people will start getting agitated. Why are you recording me? And some people can be very mischievous by doing that. So we don't really encourage people carrying, their answer to the polling units. Any other one? Yes, sister.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Sarah Ayeku from TBC.
Okay.
I was going to ask if there are security concerns you'd like to, particularly flashpoints for this election.
Yeah. You agree with me that you must have some areas that are regarded as flashpoints, and that was the basis of our threat analysis, and risk. After a comprehensive threat analysis of the states, we have been able to identify some areas that of serious concern, and I can assure you that we are not going to rest on our oars. We are going to, adequately place security in those areas, and there will not be any problem.
Can you tell us this area, sir?
There's no need for me to tell you because.
So that we're also security conscious.
No, you see, your security is guaranteed as far as I'm concerned during the election period. It's our duty to provide security for you. And those of us who are started with that responsibility have been able to carry out our comprehensive threat analysis, which is going to, shaping our, security and placement that will guarantee your safety. So you don't worry. Just count on us that adequate security is going to be provided in those areas we have regarded as flashpoints or area of concern. There will not be any problem there. Yoruba wo. Please, that one is off record. That Yoruba is off record. Because my CP was trying to let me know whether I can address this gathering with Yoruba,
Is it request?
No, there's no need for that. This is official, it's an official interaction. They can go and translate to Yoruba now. Those ones who are local, who are Yoruba, journalists, understand English very well. Abi? So when they go back home, they will go and translate the English to Yoruba. Another one? Yes, my brother.
My name is Olu Alidosha. I work with the BBC.
Oh, great.
Recently, we had a story from the state command that vigilantes and Amotekun are banned. I want to know if this is still...
Yes, it's correct. I mean, we are complying with the electoral law. Elections in Nigeria are only allowed to be, policed or secured by federal agencies, not local agencies. And if I may buttress that, it's just to ensure the neutrality of everybody during the election period. You agree with me that if Amotekun is involved in this election, are they not going to be biased? It's a poster I'm giving you. Because they are working for the state government. Is that not true? That's the truth. That's beyond the electoral act. I'm just trying to, logically try to bring some reasons to that we don't allow any state agencies to get involved in any election, so that we can establish transparent, free and fair and credible election. Are you okay with that?
All right, sir. Well, we've had situations in the past where we see your men and officers probably on quote unquote official duties, probably guarding some political officials. So are we still going to be having this?
No. You see, all police officers attached to VIPs during election period are withdrawn. That is the IGP's directive, and that's been carried out. You agree with me that if you don't withdraw them, there's this tendency for them to get to other people to get intimidated. So we cannot allow them to be with their masters during this period. What I mean by masters, the VIPs they are providing security for, they need to be withdrawn, and so that after the election they can go back to their VIPs who deserve, security around them. Another one, please. Are we done? Okay. Thank you so much.
Audio Jungle.